Hello there, long time no see. Hello everybody, Dr.StarRx here, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well. I somewhat took a long hiatus. I think the last video I uploaded to the channel was about a month ago, so yeah, I'm back. It's Labor Day weekend that I'm recording this, and I wanted to, upload a video. And with that being said, the reason for my hiatus was with good reason. So many of y'all already probably know, but I actually started veterinary school about a month ago at Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine, or Eagle. But with that, I actually want to announce something new on this channel that I'm going to be starting to do. And I guess you can consider it a major announcement. But I'm going to be starting a new series. I'm going to call it Vet School Life. It's going to be a series of vlogs of my journey throughout veterinary school from year 1, which is right now, to year 4 whenever I walk across the stage and get my Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine and become Dr.StarRx. Well, that's just my internet alias, but Dr.StarRx will now make sense because I'll be a legitimate doctor. So if you'd like to join me on that journey and see my progression through veterinary school, and hopefully see my progression through my career whenever I get that DVM, stay tuned. So let's start with week 1. And the best way I could describe myself on that first day of class is like a spring chicken. My legs and everything, I'm ready to go. I'm like SpongeBob, ready to go work a 12-hour shift at the Krusty Krabs. When he gets up and he says, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. But that ready turned into, oh, this is veterinary school. I quickly realized that this is another different ballpark compared to undergrad. Professors are speaking at 1,000 miles per hour. Information is flooding your brain like dropping a sponge into a lake and trying to absorb all that information. It was a lot that first week, especially in anatomy, particularly the second lecture of anatomy, not the first one. The first one wasn't too bad. The second one, though, it was a lot. And it was a 3-hour long lecture, too, on top of that. The longest lectures I've ever endured in my entire life. Granted, they did give us 10-minute breaks in between, so I really did appreciate that. But yeah, we were going over the axial skeleton. So that's the skull, the vertebrae, or the spinal column, and then also thoracic cage, or your rib cage. So, and my mom's thinking, okay, bones, that's not too bad. I know about bones. I learned about bones in undergrad a little bit here and there. You feel me? So it should be too bad, right? It was just a lot of trying to keep up with the lecture. And bless her heart, her name's for intensive person, I'll keep everything kind of classified, but she was awesome. She's very, very, I guess you want to say, excited about anatomy, just loves it. And she was trying to help us get through the 3 hours of anatomy. But granted, I did really appreciate her attitude. She was really into it, and I really love the professors that are into what they're teaching. Those are the best ones. Yeah, we went through that. My brain was hurting. You wouldn't believe how many different holes, fossas, foramens, depressions, protuberances, tubercles that you would see on anything. Like, you just wouldn't believe how many different intricate pieces make up the skull, matter of fact, alone, compared to just, your bones or your arm or your leg or even your spine. It's just a lot. So I was a little bit overwhelmed on Wednesday, but like if anything, I had to recuperate, had to regroup, and I was like, okay, let's go home, let's study, let's get it down pat. Boom, ba, bing, ba, boom. Week 1 went by, and I was like, okay, we're good. Just study. I'm starting to learn the bones of the skull, starting to learn the bones of, everything else that we learned, and I'm starting to actually, get into a rhythm somewhat. Week 2, on the other hand, because I was not necessarily used to being in a classroom setting for about almost a year, because I graduated a little bit early. So I had like a break. I had a semester off between school, so I was working. And being in a classroom setting for a full day, 5 days out the week is kind of tiring. So week 2 kind of hit me like a load of bricks. I was tired. I was still able to focus and get my work done in the classroom, get my notes and listen to professors, understand material. But that's all I was doing. I was really focused more on just trying to make sure I was getting the material down. Where it wasn't focused on the social aspect or anything like that. Which I kind of, made me probably look as if I was like a mean person or something like that. I didn't like to talk, but that's not the case. I like to talk. See, I'm talking to you right now, even though I can't see you, but I'm still talking to you. But yeah, week 2, I was tired. Now week 3 was the beginning of our first exams. Monday we had our first anatomy exam, and it was over the full skeleton of the dog and the cat. And honestly, they're both similar, just the cat has some things the dogs don't have, and vice versa. So we tested over that. We had a lab portion and a lecture portion, and I did well. And as a class, we did very well too. And I was just impressed with the fact that I was able to learn the full skeleton of all the minor details and literally the most minute details of it in 2 weeks. And I was impressed with me, and I was also impressed with everybody else too. Like, man, we're doing this thing. We're gonna be vets. So yeah, this is lit. And then we had one more exam on Friday, our genetics exam, and once again, killed it. We as a class killed it. We got some very smart people in veterinary school. I mean, really smart people. I guess you have to be smart, I guess. But yeah, and then the other highlight of the week, we end up getting our cadavers for the week. And if you don't know what a cadaver is, just look it up. I actually got them on Wednesday when I walked up in there and I saw yeah. Oh, by the way, y'all aren't gonna hear none of that. You see, lab is like Fight Club, I guess is a way to say it. Only people in lab can talk about lab. And plus, But anyway, we're learning key information so that we may be the best clinicians in the veterinary field to help you and your animals preserve that lifelong relationship. Then week 4, which is just literally this week at the end, I guess I'm talking to you at the end of week 4, but this week, we had a physiology exam and we did well on that too. And right now everything's just going good. So I guess the thing I can say is so far so good. First month down in veterinary school. Oh boy. Now we gotta do some more. But hey, that's what we signed up for, and I'm excited for what's to come in the future. Well, that being said, that's the end of this first video. And in terms of upload frequency, I'm going to shoot for once a week, but it most likely realistically would be once every 2 weeks. Okay, just depending on how my schedule is. One thing I'm gonna do at the end of these videos too, I'm gonna have like a little section where I just give some takeaways from the experiences I had so far. So for this last month, I guess the advice, and I'll get a better name for this section later on, the advice I could give would be this, or the big takeaway would be this. So whatever new opportunity that God has presented before you and you walk into it, make sure you take that first step with boldness and confidence. And what I mean by that is whenever you get into that situation, there may be things that may be coming at you left and right fast, maybe challenges, maybe some setbacks, stuff like this. And you may even start to get kind of anxious or worrisome, and maybe question why you're even there in the first place. But the thing is, don't question yourself. Realize you're there for a reason. You wouldn't be there if you weren't meant to be there. And whatever you do, make sure you keep on moving forward. No matter what happens, always keep moving forward and make the best of it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you stick with me along this journey, me going through veterinary school. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all next video.